Hi everyone, Marla Miller from marlamiller.com presenting the 110th Quick Query Critique. I'll be looking at the monitor a few times because YouTube has changed some stuff around, so I just want to make sure that we're doing all that we're supposed to be doing, and I think that we are. There's going to be some changes to marlamiller.com. You might not be seeing as many newsletters for a while. I usually deliver one a week. But like I said, there's some stuff coming up, and I'll let you know about it when it's firmer. But for now, we'll continue doing the quick query critiques, and I'd like to do one a week. And I know that I've got two here, so I'll do this one because his date of submitting it was earlier, but I know both of these authors are eager to get my take on it, so I will give it to him ASAP this week and next week. Okay. Dear Agent, when elderly Townsend faces the loss of his younger wife to a brain tumor, his only chance to save her lies in the acceptance of his Native American grandfather's guidance from beyond, well beyond the grave. While witnessing his wife's worsening condition, Townsend hopes that his death would quickly follow hers. However, guided by his long-dead grandfather, he relives in dreams and daydreams his childhood on the family farm. He confronts long-forgotten memories of miraculous recoveries of the three family members from life-threatening diseases during the Great Depression, yet those events taunt his pragmatic view of the possible. When Townsend was a child, his grandfather tried to teach him that spirits of tribal elders resided on the sacred hill on the family's land. Returning to original Indian lands after their deaths, the spirits vowed to protect the tribe's descendants from early death. However, to keep the balance of nature, the elder spirits can only do so if the life of another, of evil character and wasted life, is taken instead. Each family member's recovery is followed by a mysterious appearance of a woodmarker on top of the sacred hill. As his wife's condition worsens, Townsend finally understands his grandfather's teachings. Yet, unwilling to accept the taking of another's life, even to save his wife, Townsend prepares to offer his own life in exchange for his wife's, aware that a fourth marker would signify his own life and death. Although the fourth marker is a standalone novel, it offers serious potential. Readers who enjoy family secrets hidden in history, as in Elizabeth Kostova's The Historian, and the brittle reality of the Great Depression era in Stephen King's Green Mile, and in its supernatural bent, will also enjoy this novel. The fourth marker is completed supernatural fantasy novel of 90,000 words. I'm a published newspaper columnist and political cartoonist, a member of the Blank Writers Association, and professional artist in traditional and digital media. Thank you for your time and consideration. Okay. So what do I think of this query letter that pitches a supernatural fantasy novel called The Fourth Marker? I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by the story, actually. It sounds like it could be a really cool story. But a couple of things that I think that this writer should pay attention to. In the, where is it? In the second paragraph, when he explains how, no, in the third paragraph, when somehow Townsend is transported into some kind of dreamlike state. Now, I know that this is supernatural, but that was the first, it was a little jarring for me because all of a sudden now he has access to his grandfather via, I believe, dreams that he is having. Okay, yeah, guided by his long-dead grandfather. He relives in dreams and daydreams his childhood on the family farm. So I'm not quite sure how that happens, but I don't read supernatural, so I'm going to assume that this author has a handle on that. In terms of suspending my disbelief, it doesn't, but again, I don't read this genre. But the other thing, I think this is even more important. It says that in order to, so here's the deal. The deal is his grandfather tells him that he can save his wife, but another life has to be sacrificed. And it has to be the life, and this is again in the third paragraph, of an evil person, right? However, to keep the balance of nature, the elder spirits can only do so if the life of another of evil character and wasted life is taken instead. So because Townsend is a man of principle and because he sounds like a good man, this protagonist, he can't do that. He can't take the life of somebody. So he's thinking of taking his own life, or offering up, I guess, his life for his wife's. Except he's not evil. So the premise of this story that people can be saved if someone who's an awful evil person is sacrificed, breaks down here for me. So if he's gonna substitute his life so that his wife can be saved, then is he evil? Because if he isn't, I think the whole isn't that the whole arc, in terms of what this author is hanging this story on is that equation. So I have trouble with that. The other thing is his credits are great, so that's cool. That's going to help him get some attention. Um, I would look at the second to the last paragraph, and again, I post this on marlamiller.com, so you can see the letter in its entirety. Where he says it's a standalone. The fourth marker is a standalone, but it could be a series. You know what? At this point, I don't know that I'd put that in there. I think that it's wasted words. Hook the agent on this story. And if you're lucky enough to get an agent who says, gee, I really like this, then when you're having your conversation, you can say, and I think there's, potential for a series. I know that writers are told a lot, oh, agents don't want anything that isn't series potential because agents are looking for careers and not just one book wonders. And that's true, but you got to hook them first. So that's about, let's see, 10, 20, 34. That's about 60 words that he could eliminate and then beef up the hook of this story. I think the real issue for me, I think he starts it fine, but the real issue for me is how the balance of nature is going to be maintained if he's going to be sacrificed so that his younger wife can live. Is he evil? And if he isn't evil, then what we have here is a red herring. We have a story that this author is telling that really isn't the story that he's telling, right? So I hope that this is helpful. Until the next time, be well, keep writing.